What's up, guys? We're live here. We're live. It's Thursday night. I'm quarantined. I'm still in the bait room. Actually, I've been editing videos that I've filmed for the past month or two and trying to get them up. Hopefully, you guys liked the last video I uploaded. There, fishing with my man, Drew Lynch. Let me get the chat box popping up. Not gonna lie, my boy Brant Anderson's over there on the smallmouth crush stream. It's gonna be really hard for me to compete with him, but you know, I'm not really here for trying to get 5,000 viewers. I get about as many as I can. And if I sit here and talk by myself, I talk by myself. No big deal. But I'll open up the chat for just a momento. But I come across some pretty crazy deals over at the Academy today. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Let's see if we get somebody in the chat here. And YouTube's been kind of weird because someone told me they have their notifications on, and I better mute my audio here. There we go. So they had their notifications on, and what's up, PB Dad? Their notifications on, and so when I upload that video, they didn't even get a notification till like 5 o'clock this afternoon. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, man, I've been paying a little attention to the draft. You know, I'm a Dolphins fan, Saints guy, and Dolphins took Tua, and I just be honest with you, I don't know if Tua was the pick, man. I think the Dolphins would have been better off trying to go defensive tackle, some OL, and get them another really good safety and cornerback, and then use some picks and try to trade up and get a good quarterback next year. What's up, Cameron Porter? What's up, Eric Tilson? Cameron the Hammer, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that video I had on there with Cameron and his grandpa, Drew Lynch, man. Drew's a hammer. And I tell you what, 11 years old, yeah, Cameron can run the boat. He's going to be a great guide one day. What's up, Dax Marshall? What's up, James Queen? Berkeley Chapo for $7, man. Get you some. What's up, Thomas Hines? So I've been off work all week. I've been kind of quarantined. I had to run in Paducah for a doctor deal, and I went to the Academy, and I got some freaking sick deals today. And I've got to let you know about these. So if you got an Academy close by, you need to check them out. And I'm not sponsored by Academy or anything. Just, you know, when I'm there, I always go in because they usually have good deals. Here's the thing about Tua. I don't think he's really that good of a passer when you get pressure on him. He seemed to turn the ball over quite a bit once he starts scrambling, getting a lot of pressure. And you kind of saw that in the Tennessee game. We got a lot of pressure on him, and once he scrambled, he threw just a bonehead pick that if our safety was faster than the speed of smell, it probably would have been a pick six. But anyway, before I get started, guys, if you didn't check out Instagram, the new Super Six Sack just showed up, and I'll let you guys know what's in here. They also put this little card in here, so if you don't even want to hear me talk, you can just read the card. But they put 2 coupon codes in here. One is for $5 off any full-price T-shirt. Use that code T5 at checkout, and 10% off your next purchase. 6 sacks 10. Well, guys, just use my Baitman code, Baitman. You get 10% off anytime. But let's check these baits out really quick. And if you want a 6 cents monthly subscription sack, use my code Baitman Super 6. No problem, Ron. I appreciate it, man. Believe it or not, I bought some 6 cents at Academy today because I can't find that candy bluegill hybrid jig anywhere, and I've got 2, and that's it. I got to have more than that. And they had some, but they were out too. So first thing up, you're going to have here, you're going to have your little Divine swim jig. Chris, I'll be honest with you, man. I hope you're going to be okay, man. So here's the deal. Here's the reason I asked, you know, to get furloughed. There's a lot of cases popping up here, and I've been around some people that have been around people that's had it, and I'm not going to jeopardize me or my family's health, and I'm not going to jeopardize my coworkers. I may never show a symptom, but if I give it to somebody, then I'm going to feel really, really bad. So let's all wish Chris the best, man. Kick that thing's butt. So I'm trying to stay away from people. Really, just been hanging out in my office here. Actually, I call my office all day and stuff like that, and I try not to mingle with the family too much. And I feel fine, but you know, a lot of people feel fine. They give it to somebody. So, but Divine Underspin, this is great. There's going to be some fish starting to school in certain areas, and also find these. And this is a 1/4 ounce, great for slow rolling around some boat docks too. You know me, I love the Divine Underspin. See what else we got in here. This is a cool bait, and this is one I don't own. This is the Movement L7. So I have the 80X. The 80X is an awesome bait, but I don't have the L7. This actually has more of a similar body to the Swank. Let's listen to it. Not near as loud, a little bit quieter, But the L7 has more of your traditional square bill versus the 80X. Let's see if I got an 80X we can compare it to. Let's see. I may not. Or I may just be sitting at such an odd angle I can't see it. Oh, I know how we... Yeah. I'm going to show you right here. I got one. Y'all know me. I got some crankbaits in here. So I'll get... Matter of fact, I'll get you the same color. Or a similar color. I don't know why I just did that, because an 80X comes in the thing. Oh, I hate treble hooks. Alright. So here's the exact same color. This is Ghost Pro Shad. So there's the Movement 80X. Now here's the Movement L7. So you can tell straight up the L7 has a little bit bigger profile. Not much, but it is bigger. But the main thing is check out the bills. That round bill on the 80X gives it that wide kicking action. This one's going to have a little bit tighter, more of a square bill action on the L7. Again, that's a bait I don't have. Never had it. I'm glad it come in this sack. Baitman, how would you fish a lake that is normally clear, but is now chocolate milk and the water is in the low 70s? Double Colorado spinnerbait, man. I would get me a big thumper blade like this right here, or one of the Booyah coverts, or that double Colorado nickels, and I'd be slow rolling this bad dude right here tight to some stumps, some shallow cover. Bulk it up, get your big trailer on there. You're gonna catch some really big fish doing that. You're not gonna get 100 bites, but you'll get some really good ones. And then I'd get me a black and blue or green pumpkin blue jig, and a big bright blue sapphire trailer on there, and I'd pitch that around as well. Who are a few MLF pros you think don't deserve to be on tour? Wow, what a question. I think they all deserve to be on the tour, to be honest with you. I'll let, they got 3 years. I think Roy Hawk's a great fisherman, actually. They got 3 years to prove the worth, and as they said, the bottom 10 are going to go out. So I'll let the fishermen prove to me who doesn't deserve to be on the tour, because I'll be honest, a lot of people said Alton Jones Jr. shouldn't be on there, but the dude's about 1-1, and he's finished in the top 20 3 or 4 times, so I always thought he should be there. But let's see what else we got in here. You know what? They sent you some prawn 4.2s. This color is Gill Dust, one of my favorites, kind of like a green pumpkin with some purple and red flake on here. I don't know where Elk Deer is. I think he got his feelings hurt a little bit. That's okay. Check out old Gill Dust. I like this color. This is one of their most popular colors too. Really like that. This great clear water. It's actually good in some stained water too. That copper is going to give off a lot of flash. And that goes with a lot of different jigs right there. Goes great with the candy bluegill jig I've been throwing. I hear you, Billy. Got old BA Brent Anderson on there. It's funny, Brent said he was going to do a live show with me, and then he forgot. Brent's a good dude, man. It's funny watching the people react to the comments. They're like, man, who is this guy? I've never had any info. And, you know, I don't like to crash people's streams or anything. And I want to be like, yo, this dude's been on Baitman live like 3 or 4 times. But if y'all want some good topwater information, make sure you watch that with Smallmouth Crush Show. Thanks, Hella Bass. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Darius King? Now, that dude, that's the guy. Y'all need to ask Darius how to catch fish. He's been posting fish pictures all week. What else do we get in this month, dude? So I like this. This is Sunfish Scream in the 80X. Bottom 10 in points, Michael. Donald Trump ain't sending me nothing yet, Billy. He probably keeping my money. But this is Sunfish Screaming. That's a color that was in the 50X last month. But that movement, dirty water, this is a nasty, nasty crankbait up shallow. I'm going to hopefully get to do some more fishing soon. But really, really like that bait. My water in the low 70s, chocolate milk. There's your bait. And listen to this thing. It is super loud. So we're getting 2 things for those fish to key on. A big loud rattle and these bright colors that's going to show up in dirty water. Remember, this Super 6-Ack is only $29.99, and we still ain't done. They also almost got a Crown Royal style bag in here. Quake Thud 70. That's Mud Bug Red. I'm not going to talk about the Quake too much because y'all know this is one of my favorite lipless crankbaits out there. A good red color. What's up, Mike Perez? Doing good, man. And then another square bill, the Crush 50X. Now this one's going to be really good around the shad spawn. That ghost bone minnow color. When those gizzards start spawning, the little minnows, we square billing some banks right here. And then they sent something else. I mean, this is for 29 bucks. This is a great deal. Oh yeah, y'all saw this last week. This is that Spanish Fly Divine Hybrid Jig, which y'all, I don't know what to tell you other than my terrible hook sitting ability. The hybrid jig, oh yeah, it catches. They do have a new bait with a moving bill, Billy knows. It is the Axis. Mine's a early prototype. Some Academy stores have them. If they're not already sold out, should be coming to the website soon. So I'll answer a few questions on it. I have fished the Axis. My thoughts are it's a different crankbait. It does not act like a chatterbait. So a lot of people think it's going to sit there and just do this thing. It does not do that. It doesn't dive super deep. It's not a bait that you're going to fish in 5 or 6 foot of water. Well, I don't think they were ever on the website, PB Dad. I think it was just, and if they were, I must have missed it and it was out quick. But anyway, it dives about 3 or 4 foot. It's very cadence oriented, so you're going to have to put some work on it, figuring out what's the best retrieve to get it to do what you want. It's got a lot of roll to it. I mean, it rolls, rolls, rolls. Yeah, I saw Ben post about it. A bunch of people posted about it. So did I. You know, 6 Cents posted about it. So I got some on my Instagram story. I'll just show it to you again. I mean, obviously, everybody has seen the photos now. So, but this is the Axis. This is the only one I got. This color is my favorite dirty water color, spring color. That's it's called Lava Truce. But you see it has this gold bill. All right. It doesn't go very far back and forth. It's only got about that much play into it. The metal lip won't cut your line because, look, it has no way to go up or down. It just goes side to side. And it really doesn't vibrate like a chatterbait. So, but what it does do is this little bill, when you hit something that catches, it makes it kick out. Now, and it's very erratic. So this thing goes in the water, and this is why it literally rolls almost all the way on its side. It's almost at this weird angle. And you're going to think at first, when you first reel it, you're going to think, man, this thing's fouled up. That's just how it goes. It's not a burning crankbait, but if you go too slow, it'll ride on its side. You get the right retrieve. I recommend throw this thing on a 6:3 to 1 ratio, and it is about the size of Crush 100X. Saying that, these colors in dirty water are going to be excellent. The guys that want to fish really shallow, go behind guys that are throwing bladed jigs, it's going to be a very excellent bait. So hopefully I don't get in trouble for showing that again. I never really have, but going to be a really good fall crankbait. So I'm not saying it hunts, but it's really hard to describe. It's kind of like the 80X, but even more aggressive. But it doesn't sit there and you slow reel it and it just vibrates like a jackhammer. I want people to know that, because I've already had somebody say, well, what's better, this or a jackhammer? I said, totally two different baits, but great idea. It throws really well, casts good, looked cool in my pull. Again, jury's out. I'm not going to sit here and say this is the best crankbait ever made, because I don't know, but it's a great idea in theory, and it looked great in my pull, and I think we'll start catching some fish on it. I gotta get some more. Now, I love this one. You talk about a good crankbait. This 80X right here in shad scales, I love that. PB Dad, I appreciate that $5 make you holler, man. That's appreciate that a bunch. You know how many Ochos I could have bought for that today? A lot. So I'll go over what I grabbed in Academy while I was out there. Gotta check on my GoPro. I'm charging some GoPro right now. So check this out. Owner cover shots. Now, I don't know how many guys drop shot a robo worm, but Robo makes their own called a rebarb hook, and this is the owner cover shot. They had these on sale. I got the ticket here somewhere. Let me find the ticket. Well, I had a ticket. I must have put it back in, must have put it up where I put my rod-offs. But owner cover shot, this is the 3/0. This is great for Texas rigging your drop shot hooks or drop shot baits. I personally don't do it much unless I'm around heavy cover. I really like these cover shots. Very light wire, very finesse hook. Then I had some of these and I lost them. These weren't on sale. That's that Gamakatsu G finesse hook. I'm always trying to experiment, do different things. These have that hybrid, that coating on it, so they're almost a silver-like, kind of like the owner Zowire. Got these for throwing some worms out deep in brush piles. It's not quite an EWG, and it's not quite the O'Shaughnessy round bend. So I like that right there. These weren't on sale. These were like $7. But I got these for $2.48. These are owner twist lock 5/0. So what I like these for is actually throwing on a Senko, and they were designed for Senko. And this is just 3 30-second. It's not real heavy. So some guys put a nail weight in the Senko, and that's okay. I'm going to grab one of these clouts. But if you want to be able to fish this a little bit more efficient and a little bit faster, I like these owner twist locks. And it's got a small spring in it. You see right there. And then like in the end of my clout, I'll push that in there. Whoop. You got to screw them in there before you let go of it. Put that in there. Screw it down a little bit. See where it's, see that? Then I'll just see where this thing's going to come out. And now I expose that hook point. And now I have a Senko or stick bait or clout, whatever you want to do. And I can fish this just a little bit faster. It's going to make this fall down and it's going to shimmy quick. But instead of just waiting and waiting for it to get to the bottom, I can put something like this right here on it. and just get it just enough speed to where if I just want to pitch to one side of a stump and let it sit there, count to 5, and then pick it up, I can do that so much faster and more efficient with that. Plus, you know, you can rig it weedless. Really like that. You know, I don't always use it like that, but especially around boat docks and stumps, I like that. Now, if I'm fishing grass or something, or skipping way up under a willow tree, I pretty much like weightless. But they had these on sale for like $2, and they're like $5.99. Thanks, CG3. I appreciate it, man. So, Owners, great hooks, man. I use the Owners. I've been playing with the 6 cents hooks. They're nice for the money. They're actually love their just regular jugular worm hook. It's really good. I like the O'Shaughnessy bend. And their flipping hook's really good. I don't use the EWG that much, but I did get some. Another thing on sale. These were $4. That's the 6/0 Owner Flashy Swimmer with the Colorado blade. And they had a lot of Owner Beast hooks on sale, but I like these little Colorado blades. They're gold. It's a little bit different. Most guys use the willow, but I really do like the gold. What else did I get here? Oh, yeah. But this was probably the biggest steal right here. The biggest thing on sale. $2.97 for a pack. These are normally $6.99 a pack, wherever you look. $5.99, $6.99. This is the Jungle Wide Gap EWG. I've specifically got these for big flipping tubes and flipping big soft plastics. Instead of a flipping hook, I will use an EWG, but I really like these Jungle Wide Gaps. They do not bend. If you want to use big braided line, big fluorocarbon, these right here are awesome. $2.97. They had them in 3/0 all the way up to 6/0. The reason I like these, see how deep that is? It's a really deep EWG. Plus, it's a really deep bend. So when you put these things in tube, this is one of the best hooks you can find for fishing a tube. What's up, St. Cress? Man, I really don't like to stream on top of people, but I kind of already said Saturday I was going to stream on Thursday night and whatnot. It's hard to compete with my man Brian Anderson over there at Epic Eric. I have tried a rig on a ledge, and I have caught them. When they are suspended up on the bottom, it is a good way to catch them. Dude, that would be a great hook to make your own swing head on. That's a great point. I actually like those Strike King or the Reigns football heads and make my own wobble heads. And what you can do, you can put that on there and then put a bobber stop right in front of it to keep it from really going far. That's an awesome way to catch them. Or you can just put it on there like a normal Texas rig, and that bobber stop will keep it from sliding way up. What's up, Simon? A Falcon Buku Dobbins Colt. Randy, I would go with the Dobbins Colt. I used to really, really like Falcon. They're really light, but they break a little bit. But the Dobbins Colt's a great rod, and Gary Dobbins takes care of everybody. So I told you I bought my own 6 cent stuff. Yeah, I got this Divine swim jig and bluegill magic because I don't have a lot of bluegill like swim jigs. And man, I just thought this color looked good. It's kind of like that magic crawl. I think this would be a killer on some really sunny days and some clearer water instead of white. Maybe a little bluegill approach right here. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it, brother. But I've got some like bluegrass magic trailers I want to put on this thing. I just really feel like in my fishing I've neglected the bluegill pattern stuff, and I saw that up there and I said, you know, I think I might grab one of those. It was convenient. I didn't have to click on the website, and no, Academy didn't give me my 6 cents 10% off, unfortunately. But I will tell you a cool story, and I'm a pretty humble dude, so it always cracks me up when someone recognizes me out in public because I'm a nobody. But I'm walking in, And this guy's like, "Oh, dude, I love 6th Sense, man." And I said, "Yeah, dude, they're good. They're good company, man. I like their stuff. They take care of me quite a bit." So when I come out, and this guy's like, "Man, what'd you get?" And I said, "Well, I got some 6th Sense stuff." And another, and he's like, "Man, you ever watch Milliken fishing on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah, I watch Ben Milliken quite a bit." And I said, "You know what? I know Ben Milliken." He's like, "No way, you know Ben Milliken?" I said, "Yeah, you want to DM me on Instagram?" He's like, "Well, you got a YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Go check out Baitman TV." And he goes, "Wait, you're the Baitman?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me. I'm trying to be incognito." He's like, "Oh, dude, I love your stuff." And he was like, "Want to give me a hug?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude, we got this sea boy. Don't give me a hug now." Really awesome dude. He always cracks me up when I see people in public, because I'll be honest, I just try to be nice, and I don't know how to handle it any other way other than just being nice, because I'm just a dude who likes to talk bait. So OGC, ordered my first Scottsboro swimbait last night, 4-inch and 6-inch. Best heads, hooks for rigging each up. Owner beast hook if you want to fish shallow with the 6-inch. I like the 6-aught or the 8-aught. Whatever style lead head you want. The Scottsboro screw lock is really, really good for fishing out deep. 4-inch, I'm going to use a 3/8 or, an underspin on the 4-inch ones. But this was another great deal at Academy. Got me some, because I really needed these. Actually, I did not. Dude, that stroker crawl, St. Crest, I'm telling you, I'm a pack of crawl guy. I've always told you guys, I'm a pack of crawl guy. I throw, what else do I throw? I've thrown a, spicy beaver on the back. Stroker crawl, it's going to be in my rotation, man. And the cool thing is, if I have 3 or 4 different trailers that I have confidence in, like if I go fishing somewhere, I'm not just like, man, I left my pack of crawls in there, at home. Or, man, I left my stroker crawls. I've got confidence in 3 or 4 different trailers. I can throw them on a football jig, a flipping jig, anytime. And I just feel like I'm going to catch one. And I think that's a good thing, because you get so tuned in to 1 or 2 things. If you're not using it, you just feel like, man, I'm not going to get a bite. I'm not going to get a bite. But if you got 3 or 4 different things that you can rotate in or out, it just makes your fishing that much better. You're just like, man, I left my stroker crawls at home, but that's all right, man. I got my net baits. I know I can catch them on this. Or, man, I left my net baits, but, I've got Zoom Z crawls, or I got the big salty chunk. Ain't no big deal. Yes, Dennis, I actually have a Chase Baits flip-flop. I think it's right here by this guy right here. I've got one. I haven't used it yet, but it looks definitely cool. Find a spicy beaver, I'll definitely stroke her. Wow, what a comment. What a comment there, CG3. Keep it PG-13. But anyway, I really don't need these, but these were $2.20 a pack. And this is a hard color to get. This is the Zoom Super Fluke in Houdini in a bluegill color. I love bluegill colored flukes. That is one of my super techniques for really hard to catch shallow water bass. Is I really like a fluke, a weightless fluke around that little bank grass and off the ends of boat docks. Man, Houdini, that's a Florida deal, man. A lot of guys like that Houdini color. My GoPro's almost charged on that battery. Here's what I want you guys to do. After the video, I want you to leave me a comment of a bait you want to see underwater footage of, because I'm going to try to get it tomorrow. Bro, why ain't you doing a fishing draft show? Bro, why ain't we doing a fishing draft show? Man, my Dolphins have already tried to run the draft. They shouldn't have took Tua. So, Josh, I do got a hair jig I want to put underwater. So this is another color, and I know my Texas guys, if you're from Texas, you know about this. Green Pumpkin Magic. And I got this one, the Carolina rig. Believe it or not, I love the Carolina rig, a fluke. But this color, I know on Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend, my Texas guys, y'all love that Green Pumpkin Magic color. It's actually one I did not have. Chris, I can probably do that. However, I may not be able to show it for a while. That's just probably how that's going to happen. But I've got about 10 baits I got to do. I got to do a bunch of stuff for TV show. I'm working with Mark Menendez, so obviously a lot of Strike King stuff. But I've got a few things from Hog Farmer I'm going to do underwater, and maybe get a few swim baits. So, but got those right there. $2.22 a pack. I've never wacky rigged one on a Carolina rig. I just normally, you know, put my O'Shaughnessy 5/0 in there and Carolina rig like that. So these were on sale again. $2.97. Check it out. Power Bait Max Scent. I'm gonna tell you, if you can get Max Scent for $2.97, buy it. I think I'm gonna smell these live just to make sure they're nice and fresh. God dang, it smells. You know what these smell like? They smell like a diaper when you've had a kid that's been in the heat for about 3 days. But very simple. Green pumpkin, watermelon. Got that for some clear water. I like the Max Scent stuff. It kind of feels like they've been sitting in the live well of your boat, but just very simple color. God. Oh, why did I just smell it again? I know what that sucker smelled like. Golly, what's wrong with me? But $2.97. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what Max Scent bait it is. If you can find them for $2.97, buy them. I really like the General, but they didn't have the Generals on sale. What's up, Victor? Golly. What else did I get? So this wasn't on sale either, but this is the J. Lee, the Champ Swimmer. And I thought, well, you know, I'll give Jordan Lee a little bit of commission on this stuff. Definitely looks cool. I'm kind of in between. There's only 5 in a pack. Of course, they're priced more than daggum Bastrix is, but it's not a hollow belly, I don't think. It's just kind of a split belly. Oh, snap. He is in here. Baitman Jr. in the house. All right, dude. Scoot over. Watch that cord. Y'all say what's up to Baitman Jr. Say hello.
Hi.
You ready? Look what I got today.
What is that?
That is a Berkley Power Bait, the Champ Swim Bait. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
What color's that?
Green and white.
Green and white's good. They actually caught Tennessee shad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show those guys the little hook slit on the bottom. So you could rig this on a weighted swim bait belly hook, or you can put it on a little ball head or whatever. I have a feeling this is actually probably a good smallmouth swim bait. It almost kind of, it's got a really flat top. So shout out to Jordan Lee. If he designed that, or some Ching Chong in China, I don't know, and put his name on it. It looks good. Baitman loves the net bait hat. Where's your scum frog hat? Go get your scum frog hat. You look cooler in it.
Okay.
Y'all gotta see him in the scum frog hat. Ooh, Miami picked Austin Jackson, offensive tackle. That's, you know what? If you can get a premium offensive tackle, you get there. That's right, Tim Harris. Tennessee shad should be orange and white. I've never understood why Tennessee shad was gold and whatever, but you know what? I'm going to work with 6 cents. I think, Tim, we're going to get a volunteer crawl coming in spring. That's right, volunteer crawl. I think you know what color it's going to be, and it'll work, I promise you. Oh, yeah. Here comes Scum Frog right here. Check him out. Well, you got to put it on straight. That's old Scum Frog, a.k.a. Baitman Jr. All right, reach in there and give me something out of that bag.
This bag?
That bag. All right, these were on sale for $1.79. $1.79 in Academy. 5-inch Ochos. They had one left in Okeechobee Crawl. I mean, the most underrated stick bait ever. I think these are good. They catch. They catch. I'm feeling good, man. Just it really sucks not going out very often. A driller bit worked really. Okeechobee craw. What else we got in there? Because I got a bunch of them, bub. I better put them in my money. Better put these in all this stuff in the money bag so we don't lose it. Oh yeah, show them that. You gonna open it? All right, look, dude. Look, so you don't get hooked. You see that in the corner? Lift that and pull that. Gotta teach you the right way to open these baits. $1.79 on those Ochos, and that ain't all I got.
Oh.
There, you got it pulled open. Show them that. You gotta hold it up toward the camera. A little red-eye shad action. Uh-oh, gotta hold it higher. It's a hard color to see. So due to the light, this is the lavender shad color red-eye shad. Oh, yeah. Oh, talk to me. Normally $6.99, on sale for $4.84. So I had to grab a few because y'all know me. I love me some purple. Need these for the fall. All right. We'll have to leave that out, bub, because I don't want to put it in this bag. Hold on. How many did we get? Count them up. What's 1 plus 1?
2.
2. Good job. We got 2 of those lavender shads. Red-eye shads. Yeah, man. Look at you go, Baitman Jr. Yeah, hold it right there. And put your hand behind it, and then the camera will focus on it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Good job, dude. Blow it up. All right. Let's just get this bag over here. I don't want to be careful. Don't knock that camera over either. Oh.
Do I show them my bait?
Buying baits is the best way to stimulate the economy. So I think all I got left. Make sure my receipt ain't in there. I don't know where it's at, but. So shout out to Academy Sports, but I got 2 bags of just straight green pumpkin in the 5-inch Ocho. And then this one's the deal here. This is, a lot of people don't even know this is made. This color is called Sweet Potato Pie. And there's a story behind this color.
It kind of looks like a Starburst color.
A Starburst color?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the deal is, this color right here was originally made in the Strike King Shimmy Stick, which started off as their original Cinco style bait. Brooks, you put it up there. Show them that. Show them that Ocho. You know how many sides an octagon has?
What?
8 sides. So that's why it's called the Ocho, because it's got 8 sides to it. Ocho is Spanish for 8. Okay? But this color was originally made in the Strike King Shimmy Stick that was basically Walmart's version of a Cinco. They come to Strike King and said, hey, we want a Cinco, make it cheap, $3 a pack. They did. And they worked really good, but the most popular color was always Sweet Potato Pie. I don't know if it looks like a brim. I don't know. But bass eat this sucker, and they started making it now in the Ocho. And when I see these for $1.97 a pack, I got all I could. Now, the other guy, I just happened to run into a friend of mine that was there. Great dude. And he actually said, yeah, my son's been catching them on an Ocho and Sweet Potato Pie. And I said, well, there's some right there. And holy cow, they're $1.97. So he bought like 5 bags, and I got the rest. But that's what we got at Academy. So all that stuff, Rami, like, all that stuff you just said total was like $55.
I wish you know my.
Huh? What bait? Oh, Baitman Jr. got a special bait. Look down there. Go up by the door, and there's a box, and I think it's in there. Baitman Jr. got a special bait, guys.
This
No, look below.
Oh, I see it.
Like, y'all got to check this Baitman Jr. got. So my guys over at Black Dog Bait Company, they sent Brooks his own G2 shell cracker. Justin, appreciate you, man. Even put a message to Baitman Jr. All right, now Brooks, you get the honors of showing them the bait. Be really careful. Check out that G2 shell cracker. That is I don't know if that's a stock bait or what, but that is kind of like a purple bleeding brim there. And that's going to be yours, bud. We'll put it in your tackle box. We got to get you on that swim bait game right there. But shout out to Black Dog Bait Company for sending that to Baitman Jr. Matter of fact, I got some more stuff from them, but I've got to save some stuff for Saturday night. I've got to save some stuff for the Saturday night stream. They sent me an awesome new swim bait I've never seen, and some other stuff. And what we're going to do, we're going to have us a little Black Dog giveaway in the next week or so. But Baitman Jr., I'm super proud of you. That is cool. There's going to be some jealous people. I don't mean that bad, but I love the shell cracker. All right, dude, put that up so you don't lose it. Put it back where it was. Dude, when this kid gets like 12, he's going to have the most sickest tackle collection ever. Well, that's all I got for today, really, as far as the baits. But we'll talk about whatever you want to. I don't know how many people are on here. 20, 30, don't really care. I just appreciate you guys joining the stream.
How many subscribers we got?
Brooks wants to know how many subscribers we have. Well, we'll look it up. All right, just a second. On my phone here, bud.
Would you subscribe right now?
Yeah, tell everybody, make sure they smash that like button. Tell them what to do.
Smash that like button.
All right.
Thumbs up button.
Thumbs up button. We've got 13,353. I'm trying to get 15,000 before Christmas. Do you think we'll get there?
Mm-hmm.
You do? All right. I'll tell you what, if we get to 15,000 subscribers, I'll buy you another fishing rod and reel.
Okay.
You want a bait caster or a spinning rod?
Spinning rod?
Spinning rod? You're going to be a finesse bait, huh?
And also,
103, awesome, guys. Was the access at your academy? No, it wasn't, Clay. They actually sent me 6 Cent sent that 6 Cent sent that to me about 3 months ago.
And I think.
All right, that's a good question. iCast is canceled, so I think what you're going to see is like a virtual iCast. And I'll be honest with you, I think iCast is kind of overrated. Most of the people in the industry know what's coming out and have already seen pictures, and you're just kind of going up there to slap ass with people and stuff like that. It's fun, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's good to get content, but I could get just as much content and get it out to people, as quick as anything, just doing live streams. I could have an iCast special live stream. Maybe that's a good idea, and just start getting stuff from everybody that wants to participate, and we'll do Baitman Does iCast or something. Favorite frog, I like the Jackal Gavacho, and I'm gonna be honest, Booyah Pad Crasher is really good. I like the Scum Frog, always have, for mat fishing, and Bobby's Perfect Frog is really good. I haven't thrown the 6 Cent frog enough to make a good opinion. It walks good, and I've only got one, and it's black, so I couldn't tell you about other colors, but it holds up good. I like it. So, go ahead, Brooks.
So when we get 500 subscribers, I think we'll get the.
We've got 500 subscribers. I've got 13,353. You mean 15,000 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want at 15,000 subscribers?
You'll probably get the diamond play button.
No, diamond play button's at 1 million, bud. So we're way off. You think I can ever get 1 million? No, I like. You, so you doubt your dad can get 1 million? I bet you could get 1 million if you started your own channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to answer some questions, okay? I definitely do Jerky J and Trimmerhead or something of that same nature. So, what's up, Nick? Catching them bait fish? Baitman, I'd like to donate to your channel. Can I get a mailing address? I'm not good with the internet. Sure. If you have Facebook, William, which I think you do, send me a message on Facebook. I'll send you my address. No problem. I really need to get a P.O. box really bad. Are the fish in the bushes yet at Kentucky Lake? They were about 3 weeks ago. They definitely were in the bushes. Then the water dropped. Now they're coming up. Spro coming out with the Magnum popping frog. Oh yeah, now they used to have that giant frog, the King Ding or King Dong or King Frog, Spro King Frog. Didn't catch a lot on it, but when you did, it was a giant. And I also remember the Jungle Frog. A lot of people don't remember the Spro Jungle Frog. Sycamore Outdoors. Do you ever think that might be a new source for lure development exposure instead of large conference? I actually do, and I think it would. To be honest with you, here's what hurts small companies because of ICAST, and I don't think Casey minds. 6 cents hasn't gone the last 2 years or last year, and it was simply ROI. I got to spend all this money for a booth space. I've got to pay my employees because if I don't pay my employees to be there, that's shitty business. Pardon my French. And then I'm working around the clock. And I'm in meetings. And if I'm not getting thousands of dollars of orders, and a lot of this stuff is not happening immediately, a lot of this stuff, we got to wait on these new products to come in. Why waste my time? And I look at what people like Pure Fishing and the whole, Spro, Gamakatsu, AFCO, all that's usually under one rep group. And all these companies spend on giant booths. Even the boat companies, you could do like a mega virtual deal and say, instead of charging people $30,000 for a booth because it's expensive, well, donate to Luke Duncan or Lunkers TV. I don't think Lunkers TV needs any donations, but anyway, I think it would be great for the smaller companies for this virtual tour. I think they'll get more bang for their buck on doing something like that. So, Zoom is coming out with a popping frog. So, I saw the Zoom frog in person, and it looks like a Molix, but I'm not a big fan of it just from the looks. Just from the looks. Oh, Victor, speaking of the Babe, let you guys know, Kyle messaged me and told me to let you guys know if you're looking for the Babe Swimbait, it is going to be available next week on 3ffishing.com. He said he's got about 400 he's got made up, and the Babe will be available again right here, right as it's fixing to get prime, post-spawn, swimbait time. So, all right. Hella Bass, I appreciate you in the stream, man. You answer all those questions I don't get to. Y'all go sub Hella Bass's channel. His name's Rich. He's a great guy. He also can hand make a visor better than anybody I've ever seen. Tim, are you fishing the north end or the south end of the lake? I'm just curious. Thanks, Lunkers and Lures. We've been on for about an hour, man. Rewatch that hour after you get off here. So, what's the swim bait over my left shoulder, uppermost peg? Which one's my left? Oh, this right here. This is the working class 075 Battle Shad. It's gonna be time to throw this soon. Oh yeah, that's a bad dude. Hella Bass, they need to give you we need to talk to Gary. We need to get some kind of code for the Baitman viewers over here so they could save a little. Jonathan Creek, shoot, that's just right down the road from me, Tim. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question. What do you think about Lunker's interview with Duncan? I listened to a little bit of it. I'll be honest. And this isn't, I'm not poking fun at him. Obviously, could get my internet deleted, but I just don't think he's a very good podcast guest. I think he's very monotone, and that I just feel like he wasn't very, until he got to talking about how he was proving everybody wrong and stuff, which is cool. We all like to do that, but he was just very monotone. And mumbled. through a lot of it. And Duncan's a good interviewer, so you'll buy that battle shaft for 3 times retail and put shipping to Oklahoma. Dude, have you smoked them on that thing? I want to throw it. I didn't buy it to sit up there. I've been waiting for the right time and place. Everyone my way is good, Chad Zone. I appreciate it. Thoughts on the Storm Arashi Square Bill 3? I've never been a fan of the Storm hard baits for the most part. I do like the Arashi Glide. The Arashi Square Bills aren't bad. I do not like the Arashi Deep Divers at all, but believe it or not, I really like the Arashi Flat Sides. Those are pretty nice. What's up, Brian Holder? I do these streams and people start messaging me, like asking me questions. I'm like, hey man, you're on the chat. Use the chat. Yeah, it does have a ton of roll for sure. All right, there you go. What pro do you think deserves to win an event but hasn't yet? So I think and I'll put it this way. As far as a major event, I would love to see Brent Ayler win a championship, whether it's on the MLF. And I really think Brent Ayler is just missing a Bassmaster Classic from being in that, top 10, 15 of greatest of all time. Brent is a freaking hammer. He proved himself on the FLW Tour. He's got some MLF championships. But a guy that's never really won, I want to say Zaldane. Fighters won before, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he just won the St. Clair event. But that's a really tough question. A few years ago, I would have said Terry Bolton, and then Bolton won. So I would love to see Cole Floyd win, because I know Cole Floyd is a great dude and an absolute hammer. You're right. Zaldane won an Elite Series event in 2015. I think that was the Mag Draft event, the 6-inch Mag Draft. Matt Lee, that's a good vote. I'd have to really look at all that stuff and look at the anglers. I really like Jake Whitaker. He seems like a good dude. And I'll be honest, I'd love to see Alton Jr. win. I think I was told this from an Elite Series angler, that Alton Jr. processes information and his strategy is at an elite level. Like, once he starts to dial it in and figure it out, he is really, really good. That his deal is just executing on the water. He's a great fisherman. Once his execution catches up with how good he processes information and gets it done, he's going to be really hard to beat. B-Lat won on the FLW Tour last year. Dustin Connell's won as well. Kyle Welcher seems like a good deal. Good dude. I'd actually probably need to reach out to him. I'd love to get Kyle on here. There's an answer right there. A lot of people don't know. CG3 says Gerald Swindle. Swindle has never won an FLW Tour or Bass event. He has won a Bass Open, but he's never won an Elite Series event or Top 150. Gerald's an amazing fisherman. He's a grinder. And he's going to be right there in that top 10, top 15 most of the time. And I think when Gerald wins, he's going to win 2 or 3 within a short span. But Gerald's found out how to make a living without winning a bunch of tournaments. So my hat is off. Gerald's one of my favorite dudes. All right, options for soft swim bait to cover water at a faster rate in a 6 to 8 inch side. So if you're going to go up in the column, I'm going with Scottsboro Tackle. This right here is 6 inches. My boy Matt Robertson on him throws this sucker religiously. Only 2 colors he uses: Old Smoky and Natural Light. This is a really good one. any of the line throughs, like an osprey. The deal with swim baits, when you start to really fish them fast, they lose a lot of action. But what you can do, I've seen guys do this, is put it on a jig head, but use like a really light jig head, like a 1/4 ounce with a long shank on something like that, and they fish it really fast in the upper water column. Let's see here. I got thirsty, so I'm having to eat some ice. Solace, it just depends on what the fish want. I've caught them on contact. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Epic Eric is in the house. And I just want you to know, Eric, I was not trying to sabotage your stream with my man Brent Anderson. I'd already had scheduled to go live tonight. I told the people I'll be up here at Thursday night. And, dude, you tell me, Eric, Brent Anderson, amazing topwater fisherman, and he keeps it very, very simple. I'm going to let you know that. All right, just got me some 5-inch bluegill STC color swim baits. Yeah, they are sweet. They are sweet. That, yeah, I agree with that, Dan. Awesome. Eric, are y'all still wrecking trains off your goods? But, guys, if you want, dude, Brent is a cool dude, man. You need to get down to Vero and go fishing with him. And bring some gloves, dude. I'm telling you, bring some gloves. Maybe even I could pull it off to get down there sometime. Me and Eric can just go smash them janks on top water there. So, Ethan Rickard, what about KVD and Swindle going to lose after being with Quantum for years and years? Well, you got to make a business decision. And I think Lou's made them offer they couldn't refuse. And, it makes more sense with KVD with his affiliation with Strike King and everything. Eric, what trip are you not down to go on? I'm pretty sure we could go fish for Mako sharks and you would be just as excited as to go up to, St. Clair on smallmouth. You just love to fish, dude. So do I. That's all that matters. Thank you, Chad Zone. His name's Drew Lynch, and Brent, that was on Smallmouth Crush. His comment was, "Oh, Drew, he's took a lot of my money back in the day." Big Red Bass. How do some of the pros get reinvented every year that continue to struggle, like Reese, Biffle, Crete, and Grigsby? One, it's how you treat your fans. How well are you willing to do well for your sponsors? But Shaw Grigsby has done very well in Major League Fishing, and he's also done very well in the Elite Series. Skeet Reese, he's had a rough year or two, but I think a lot of people forget Skeet had one of the best runs after he won a tournament, and it kind of started here on Kentucky Lake. He had a second place finish unexpectedly. It's kind of crazy. I know a lot about that event because Skeet left me his truck and boat to drive to Syracuse, New York, and I had it for like a month, and I drove and delivered it. He literally had a baby, was having a baby as he finished second, and once he won, once he tasted that success, dude, he went on a roll, won Angler of the Year, went on the Classic. Dude, Skeet Reese has had a hell of a career, and a lot of people kind of forget about it. But Jackal Gyron, pretty cool bait, man. I wish I had one. I really like the Jackal Gantrell. If you want to buy an inexpensive glide bait that catches them, Gantrell is nasty. Shell's mustache makes more money than I do. Bet you if I grew mine out a little bit or had some more hair, I could maybe pull off a Shaw. Dude, you're right, Epic Eric. So a lot of people talk about Skeet's Bass Tricks win over there at Gunnersville, but they forget, dude smashed him Smith Mountain Lake throwing that bigger Bass Tricks too. And again, very simple. It kind of backed out, found some pre-spawn fish, and was catching them on a windblown bank on a hollow belly. Skeet's probably one of the best swim bait fishermen on the tour. New 6-cents plastic prototypes are out. I'm sure you got some sitting there. No, I don't really. I haven't got anything lately. Well, yeah, actually I do. I got the big 10-inch stuff. Well, gosh. My wife may cut hair. She can't do nothing about that. So I'm trying to grow her out. What's my opinion on Takahiro? Probably one of the best square bill crankbait fishermen on the planet. Very intricate with this stuff. The dude flat gets it done, and everybody I talk to, he puts his time in. Yeah, man. So I will attribute Skeet Reese and Steve Kennedy. They are probably the ones that really got swim bait fishing in big tournaments. They got the most mojo. The Clear Lake event, obviously, and then Fred Rubanis, the whole Amistad Whack Fest there with the XPS swim bait. Those three tournaments, I think you can point to the Clear Lake event, the Amistad event, and then Skeet's win at Gunnersville. As far as national spotlight and changing the swim bait deal, that really, really made it a huge deal. Kennedy won. He won the XPS bait. He won at West Point on that, I believe, and also he used it at some tournament on Old Hickory. Dude, Velvet is an OG, and one cool thing about Velvet, he wasn't just a tournament guy. That dude went out and threw big baits just to play around. So all those your Paul Baileys and your Matt Newmans and that kind of crew there. Velvet was in that same kind of crew that would just go out and throw a 10-inch bait just to catch one, So the deal is the XPS swim bait, the big one. You can still get the 4-inch bait. It is available. Yes, Steve. Matter of fact, I grabbed one right here. So I'm digging right here. So this is the babe right here. I haven't even thrown this one. These should be available next week. So this is the deal. This is like the Bass Pro XPS. Now, if your tail, they come in this little tube, and to be honest, I think they should go in backwards. But anyway, if your tail gets bent up a little bit, all you gotta do is you don't even have to use boiling water. You just put it in really hot water. But it's got this little harness here, and what makes this thing nasty, dude, when it comes through the water, this tail's going back and forth. The whole body kind of moves, man. The whole body. But this head roll, the death quiver, that's the deal. So anyway, the 7-inch version, which is this size right here, the factory in China caught on fire and it destroyed the molds. And the reason this bait come about is me and a few other guys were able to get had a few originals laying around, and instead of just copying it, which you can do if you know how to make a mold, we took this, they had a 3D scanned. It is not just there's a company called 715 Baits, and he's a really good dude. His name's Lane Rochester. He's been making one that's like a line through for a while, but the plastic is way different. This is the exact form of plastic that the XPS was using. It is the only difference, and I will tell you this now. The original had 2 little fins up here. Okay? What happened on that original is those fins were offset. So instead of them being perfect like this, one was like, one was down here. And what would happen is when you got that fish down to what you thought, it's the perfect, this is not you don't burn this bait. It's meant for slow roll. But a lot of times it would just start swirling and swirling. And that's why they couldn't run really good. But you clip off the front fins and it works amazing. But if you want a really slow swim bait to really tease them janks, this is the deal. You're going to get big bites on this. So, dude, William Jackson, I guarantee that story's true. If Kennedy comes across and he buys them all up, he's seen this. I think he's ordered secretly a bunch of them. I can't confirm or deny that. But here's the website for these. No, I do not Butch Brown the Babe. Does not run very good doing that. The Butch Brown rig is not a rig you want to use for every swim bait. So when the website for those, 3ffishing.com. And I tell you what, when Kyle puts them up on his website, I will let you guys know here on YouTube in the community. What are our thoughts on Jinko Fishing? So they're right here, local company. I hope they do it big. They got some baits I really like, and then a lot of their stuff is just, run of the mill. I'm not going to bash them. I know Colton. He seems like a good kid. And I'll be honest, I hope he does really good with his business and everything. And they make some baits I really like. And then there's a lot of stuff I'm just not a fan of, but I can say that about a lot of people. So also want to clear something up. A lot of people ask me about True Bass swim baits, and I want to make it kind of known that I do not hate True Bass swim baits. I actually am trying to order some right now because I really want to give them a second chance, because I've heard a lot of good things about them, and I've had some people pretty close to me saying, hey man, you need to give them a second shot. So hey, I'm going to do it. No problem. I just really want that chartreuse and purple color. It's a really nasty one. If there's a way to win me over, just make something in chartreuse purple. I'll definitely try it. But I just want to get that out there because some people are DMing me and like, man, why do you hate those baits so much? I'm like, man, I don't hate them. And plus, y'all, if you're watching my show with my man Brant Anderson over there on Smallmouth Crush, you're going to want to get you one of these right here. This is Frankie Five Fingers, a.k.a. Elvis. You talk about a bait on a ledge that gets bit when they're schooled up eating big gizzards. That right there. The B.A. Spinner. You could call it Brent Anderson. You can call it Brett. You can call that Badass. That. So I think you can get them on the True Bass website. Oh, no problem, Eric, man. I just want people to know, I'm not in the bait bashing business, and sometimes it's different when you're not in charge of stores and stuff like that. And hey, man, there's some freaking good stuff I use now that 5 years ago I wouldn't even give it away. It's terrible, but sometimes baits are like ex-girlfriends. You might be better off giving them a second chance than kicking them to the curb. So you got to be careful about that. Best buzz bait on the market, man. That's just, y'all got some loaded questions, man. I almost bought a Tackle HD on Tackle Warehouse. My favorite is just the old Boogerman style buzz bait, or some of these homemades that's got a lot of squeak to them. Accent Game Changer, that's a really good one. Eric, you need to grab one of those. So I'll be honest, my wife's never been my ex-girlfriend, so I just held on to her, and I am very blessed. So if my wife is watching, I don't want any of my ex-girlfriends back. You're good enough. Chatterbuzz, man, that's a really good one too, Eric. I feel like we have this buzzbait conversation every time we're on here. So Crocagator, that's a good one. Lunker Lure. I really thought the Whopper Plopper was going to replace the buzzbait, but I feel that I was watching the stream, Eric. I think your buddy Salzman made a good comment. It just got really common now. It's still a great bait, and it's going to have a couple days where it shines amazing, but it's pretty common. And it's not that back pocket secret that like Brent and a few other guys on here had, but it still catches them. But it's not crazy now. bass alarm, man. I've heard the name, man. I've actually got one somewhere. Dude, Billy Phillips on a 5'6" pistol grip. That is OG. That is river fishing, slough fishing. Get it up under them willow trees and bushes. Love the Billy Phillips. Nickel buzz baits are really good too. That jackal, yeah, that jackal's nasty. Ask Baitman Jr. for some scumfrog cap. No, he probably won't, but we're going to give it away. I got to do a little giveaway with my buddy from last week. And I'm going to put that on. That'll be on Instagram. And then this weekend, we're going to have the giant scum frog net bait. Junior's going to pick out the frogs we're giving away. I'm going to put you a scum frog and a net bait hat in there. Dude, Prosnick is an amazing fisherman. I know everyone talks about sight fishing, but he's just all around really good. How about the Squeaky Dolphin? Andre, I don't know, man. I've talked to Josh Heron over there. And so Josh runs the day-to-day operations. And again, everything's kind of got to go through Andre. And the rumor I've always heard is, and I can almost kind of confirm this, that Josh is really wanting to buy the company. I don't know if that ever happened. I hope it does because I love Josh. And, hey, I like Andre. I get along fine with him. Dude, covert spinnerbait's pretty good. Silas, if you could represent any company besides 6 Cents, who would it be? Well, I don't know. It'd be someone I have to believe in their baits a whole lot. And to be honest with you, 6 Cents and Strike King, you'll find more of their stuff in here than anything. And I have a good relationship with those guys at Strike King, and dude, you shelled out my own money for them today. So I like to have a variety of things. Like I said on jig trailers, just like, dude, Cinco's, Clouts, Ochos, the net bait Salt Lick is a really good one. If I forget any of my really stuff and I've got these great backups, my confidence is really good. I'm not ever worried, well, man, I forgot my favorite worm. That's okay, because I got backups that catch them just as good. So I'd probably have to say Strike King or Reaction Innovations. They're good guys. So, dude, 1.5 flat side's really good. I will not rep Guggen Baits. If I rep Guggen Baits, and no offense to the Guggen squad, I'm pretty sure Eric would come and rip my throat. I think they're going to release it around iCast, Eric, but now that we've got this virtual iCast, I don't know. Do you really wait around? Let me ask you this question, Eric. If you're a company, would you even wait around iCast to start releasing stuff? I would more wait around to when our nation economy is starting going back to work, and our states are not everyone's quarantined, because you know what? People are going to go back to work. They're going to get some Trump bucks or Pelosi dollars, whatever you want to call it. I got to be politically correct. They're going to want to spend money. Last thing they want to do is wait around to the end of July, September, October for a bait. Give it to them right now. Give it to them right now. I'll be right back. My wife has messaged me. I have to deliver a spanking. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I had to lay down the law. It ain't a Baitman stream if I ain't got to get on to my kids. All right, check this out. I'm gonna show y'all something new. I was going to save it for Saturday, and I'll probably bring it back Saturday. It's from Black Dog. This is the weed slinger. You guys know about this thing? Check out. So this, it has weight in the head. This is a pretty nasty looking little swim bait. Line through, right here. Put your line through. So it's kind of like a cross with this tail. It's very similar. It's not quite a mission fish, but it's weighted up here like a mission fish, but it's line through, man. Black Dog Baits, thanks for sending this. So they sent me like 4 packs. So we're gonna give away some of this. I've got a G2 cracker we're gonna give away, and then we're gonna give away a punker. But I'll show you some more on this. But this is just a nasty looking, sexy shad, dude. They should eat this thing all up. I tell you what it reminds me of. If anyone's seen a Dream Smasher, this is very similar. A little bit longer body. I love that head though, man. I bet that thing on a ledge, you could rip this thing and let it fall. You can rig it line through. That's what it was designed for. I think you can get these. It says distributor at thunderhawklures.com. So I'll have to get with Justin. He'll have to explain to me on that. But Black Dog Baits, man, I appreciate you. And Junior loves that G2, man. Now we just got to get Junior catching a jait on that thing. Dream Smasher, that's my Xbox. That was funny. That was funny. All right. Kyle Norris might have won the joke of the night there. No, I tell you what's a Dream Smasher is when you've been pitching and flipping all day like I was in that last video, and you don't change your you don't check your line, and then when a jank eats it and you go to swing and it breaks, that's a Dream Smasher right there. I feel like we could do like half comedy on here as well. I gotta plug my phone in, man. Someone's blowing me up. Just saying, yo, Baitman. I need to look at the draft. Would Dolphins get 2 or 3 picks in the first round? They're still gonna suck. Dude, I got beat down by the D-bomb, man. You're right, Billy. It's kind of like between a mission fish and a trash fish. And I like that it's line through. If you guys have never thrown line through swim baits, the hookup ratio is really, really good on them. I need a legit P70 sell me one. I'm going to try to get another one of these Craig Powers poppers off him. I got to get one to Eric. I actually got a lot of stuff to give to Eric. I've promised him some baits, and I need to follow through get him some stuff. Who did the Saints pick? I like the Saints. Again, I picked the worst teams to root for. In basketball, I like the Superhonics. They were all right. They're Supersonics. Then they went to Thunder, and I don't know what's up now. Tennessee Vols basketball and football. I did get to see them win the national title. The Dolphins and the Saints. I mean, that is a murderer's row. And in baseball, I love the Mariners. And murderer's row of awful teams. Now, the Mariners, here's my hot take of the night, sports take. The 95 to 98 Seattle Mariners were the most talented baseball team to not win a World Series. If you look at Edgar Martinez, Tino Martinez, King Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Jay Buhner, holy smokes, murderer's row of hitters, and just couldn't win a World Series because they had no pitching. Hank Snow, great question. What are your thoughts on Academy hard baits? I actually like the H2O brand. They make some good stuff. You're right. I've met very few I didn't like. I've met some baits where I didn't like at first that later I did. I'll tell you a bait that I used to hate throwing is a freaking brush hog. I would go out of my way to not throw a brush hog. And then one day it happened. I caught a 5-pounder on one. After getting my butt kicked all day, I put one on. I caught a 5-pounder. And then I went and bought me some brush hogs. I hear you, man. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I did not miss anything. Yeah, the '01 Mariners won 116 games. That's kind of the Ichiro era. Hell with y'all. Try bring a Browns fan. What's the old 6 cents molds? No, I mean I don't know. There's several. That 1.5, 2.5 mold is very rarely available. And I'll say here, the 6 cents, 50x, and 100x, it's not unique. Really, what you're paying for with 6 cents is the paint job. And I'm going to tell you, out of all the companies, 6 cents has the best paint jobs from a stock production bait. Now, you can go. I'm going to tell you, I don't do a lot of plugs, but I'm fixing to do one. I got to Google it real quick, make sure I got the right.com. I'm going to show you, if y'all haven't paid attention to Smallmouth Crush, I got on this website last night. Tacklecraft, that dude can freaking paint. Yeah, let's pull this up real quick on the stream. I'm going to give Tacklecraft a plug. I don't know him at all, but we're going to check it out real quick. I want to show you this crankbait. It's absolutely sick. Blow this thing up a little bit. See if y'all can check out the Tacklecraft. Let's lock it in so it don't move. Go up here to shop, and I went to the panfish. Look, I'm not getting paid nothing from this dude. I really enjoyed him being on Smallmouth Crush's stream. Oh, I gotta get in the right thing here. Yeah. Check out these gills, man. These are absolutely sick. Oop, lock it in. Lock it in. There we go. We're locked. Check out this warmouth, man. This thing right here. Huh. Amazing. His true gill. Now, this is all a custom painter, and that's how Casey at 6 cents started out. But, man, I found one last night. Eric, it was the most amazing thing I'd seen in a long time. Maybe it was in shad, maybe? Go to shad. Dude, that prism shad right here looks sick. You guys that are looking for the old RC square bill colors, check this guy out. The LC Pearl Green. Dude, freaking awesome color. But here's the one I want, Eric. Hopefully he gets some of these painted up. I might have to send him some 10XDs. Dude, look at this. Copper citrus. Very nasty, kind of like one of them old WEC colors. I really like this stuff from Tacklecraft, man. And he can paint some awesome bullshit stuff. So, shout out to him. I don't know him. Seems like an awesome dude. I just really want to put that out there that he's obviously a very super talented custom painter. Dude, that copper citrus, I'm telling you, put that thing, I'd put it on a 6 cents cloud. I hate to repaint those. Casey does a great job. It's good bait. I'd love to put that on a 6XD, man. Boom. But that Cloud 9 Magnum is a good bait. Black Dog Baits, I've seen some people custom painting the G2s, man. The shell crackers been repainted. There's another guy on Facebook, Chris McGinnis. He does that. So, but yeah, check out Tacklecraft. Dude, his bosses are from Marty Burns. Marty is the freaking man. I've got to up my boss game. Did you see my gulp I got, Eric? Did y'all see the gulp? I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's probably in the flat side box. But I got a gulp. I love that little gulp. First one I've ever owned. Let's see. Steve Hardy makes a really good question, and I'll let you know. I'll show you the answer. I'll give you that answer, Steve, in just a second. There it is. There's the gulp. Just in an OG color. OG shad color right there, Eric. It's got that big time glitter flake on there. Little round bit. Look how thin that guy is. I'm excited about this. So a dude off Facebook sent that to me. So I was pumped. I was pumped. Guy sent that. I'm gonna have to send him some baits, man. Also, Eric said he couldn't find a certain color bomber flat A, and someone on Instagram messaged me said, "Hey, Eric needs your help to find this color." And I found a dude that's got some. Now I don't know if he come off of them. I told Eric to message him, but he told me he has some made for him every year. So there is hope for sun perch, Eric. I want to I want to get back to that question about a preacher jig, which is, if you guys don't know hair jigs, this is what he's talking about. This is a hog farmer hair jig, and this is the stand-up version. I personally like a hair jig that's got the bullet style nose, just a real round nose, like the old man's preacher jig. But this thing is nasty too. It looks like a big giant gizzard. It's got chicken hair in it, deer hair, you name it. So I like a half ounce. This one's a little heavy. This is like 5/8. I use 12-pound fluorocarbon. I use the same rod I throw a square bill crankbait on. And I throw it out there and I just count it down, let it hit the bottom, total slack. And then I'll make about 6 or 7 reels, and then I let it fall all the way back to the bottom. 6 or 7 pump reels all the way back. Sometimes I might make 2 or 3. And what that jig is doing, it's coming up off the bottom, and then pendulums down. So when it comes up, it doesn't fall straight down. It falls and it kind of pendulums back. And those bass, a lot of times, they chase this thing, and you're going to get 90% of your bites as this thing falls slowly back. Some guys in heavier current, they'll go to a 3/4 or 1 ounce. I really like a half or 5/8. And I like that small needlepoint hook. Now, this jig obviously has a great big hook in it, and it's great for when you're around Chickamauga and Gunnersville, and those bass majority are a lot bigger and stuff. But we've caught some big ones on Kentucky Lake. I like the smaller hook because I'm using light line, and I get easy hook penetration. Whereas these bigger, I'm going to go to, 15 to 16 pound test on something like this right here. But really, the OG hair jig fisherman, it is more of a, I really like just petting this hair jig, just run it around my beard. It is more of an OG finesse deal. And a hair jig is not a bait that you search and find fish searching with it. You need to find fish that won't bite on traditional crankbaits, Carolina rigs, football jigs, swim baits. That's when you throw the hair jig in. And a lot of times what'll happen is that dude right there gets them fired up, and then you can come back with a football jig, but you can pull a school really quickly off a spot with a hair jig as well. So that's one downside. Hey, he sent me this too. This guy named Mark Collins painted this for me too, Eric. This is a pretty nasty little DT6. I mean, DT6, one of the best crankbaits ever made. What do you guys think? I do. I think it's a top 5 crankbait ever made. Very simple. Catches fish all year round. Top 3 Kentucky ledge baits. All time or right now? All time, I would say a 10-inch Lucky Strike ringworm, an Oldham's spinnerbait, and then probably either a Rapala DT16 or a 6XD. I would have said DD22, but 6XD's caught so many fish in the last 4 or 5 years. That DD22 was awesome when it first came out, but guys kind of quit throwing that. Yeah, William, you can just throw it out there and you'll find some fish with it. I always use it as a cleanup bait. It's a cleanup bait for me, or a bait that fires them up. Wouldn't you get a better hook set with a stiff rod and a hair jig? Yeah, you get a better hook set, but the jigs I like to throw, and most guys throw, have a lighter hook in them, and you'll bend that hook out with a really stiff rod. And a lot of times, it's such a finesse bait, you don't feel the bite on a real stiff rod. So we're going to try to get it. Hey, not a problem, Eric. We're gonna get you on the stream again whenever you're ready, man. I told you, Eric, we're gonna get you on a live stream, and we're just gonna talk about ledge baits out deep because I know you don't have piles of some of those deep those that ledge stuff, man. You're right, Hella Bass. A drop shot, Nico rig, and shakehead. That's probably your top three, especially right now. So. But guys, I'm not gonna stream much too longer. I gotta save some stuff for Saturday night, um, and we'll do it same time, about 8 or 9 o'clock Saturday. Just follow me on Instagram or the YouTube community. Do I cast a Magnum spoon or make short pitches? I do both, man. Believe it or not, I've dropped on fish with that Magnum spoon. Scrounger is definitely probably in the top 5. I'm just not good enough to catch him on it all year long like Jake Lawrence is. But yeah, so Wheeler won on a hog farmer. It's the original hog farmer head. So, but guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I've got to get some camera work stuff prepped up for tomorrow. Going out to film Mark Menendez. I'll try to take as much stuff as I can underwater. It may not turn out right. I may have to upgrade my GoPro a little bit, but and then I was going to post a video of Matt Robertson, but it's probably going to be Monday before that comes up here. So got a lot of stuff to edit on that. But guys, thanks so much for joining me Saturday night. I'll ask Eric if he wants to come in. I don't know. It's up to him. But just depends on what him and Travis is going on. But it's not quite ledge season yet, so I've still got a lot of shallow stuff. Who knows what we'll do Saturday. So thank you guys so much. If you like the stream, mash the like button for me. And if you haven't, subscribe. And if you don't want to do either one, that's cool. Go watch the draft. Thanks, guys.